Okay, well, good afternoon. I have a new style of reading that I just did, and I really like it. I was asking, what about Trump and this Venezuela thing? And the very center of it, the reading is about his facing a loss. What's crossing it and driving it underneath of all of this are the actions and what's coming in, and seeing what he's doing, seeing what his actions are doing, and again, what's coming in from all of this. Underneath of it again, there are things being shared about his health. So with this facing a loss, above it, we have the White House, or the stability of the White House. And underneath of it, we have his emotional wherewithal. There is new information coming out about his choices in life. Then what we have with that is about the path forward. Information about the White House, the path forward, his promises being made, the fireworks, the drama, the war, and how this is affecting the community. So the community is looking about his emotional stability or instability with this new, wartime attacks on Venezuela. He was saying he was at the White House and watching it like it was a big show. All the destruction, and he said he was so happy, the destruction, the way he said it. He was so thrilled about the destruction and happening. So again, above this, the path forward when it comes to the White House, the promises he's making, the new information coming out about his choices in life. The community is looking at his, attacks on Venezuela and his emotional health. And again, what's crossing all of this is where it's moving, what's coming. They're sharing about his health or lack of health. Also, the next layer underneath of it, we have Trump, his mental instability, and his facing of losses again. The next layer is this new cup that he's just put out. There is judgment about the toxicity of it. Another layer, the evidence in hand when it comes to his new action and what's underneath of it all. And we look at this new action, the harvest when it comes to it, and the difficulties now this is bringing in. So we're also looking at, again, the actions going forward when it comes to America, what's being birthed, and the history of all of this, based on his desires, okay, about the actions that he's perpetrating and the fly in the ointment when it comes to all of this. Okay, so we could keep going layer by layer by layer, but you can see where this is going. This is not boding well for him. The public is not having it. He's the one, he wants a Nobel Peace Prize, and what's he do? He goes out there, attacks Venezuela. He hasn't gotten the permission. Is it the Senate or the House? I think it's the Senate. He did not get the permission from the Senate to do this. It's totally illegal. The public is not happy with it. We're questioning his health, his mental stability. And he is now, I guess, threatening Mexico. So this is not boding well at all when it comes to Venezuela. So let's go ahead, using this method, let me shuffle these in. I just want to look at what's going to happen with Mexico when it comes to his threatening Mexico now. So let's see what it has to say. What about Trump and his threats to Mexico? Okay, first thing out, the center of it is the message. A concrete message that's going to come out, and this retreat. Crossing it is a mental retreat. Concrete message, and I think probably this mental retreat, Mexico president is telling him, yeah, you need to back off. Could be the Senate that's saying that, but we'll see. So when it comes to this concrete message, we have this, this is something new, concrete that's come out. When it comes to this message being presented, again, this is another confirmation. The Page of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. I've got it twice. Okay? So again, this message that's coming out, above it, this is the choice he's made in life. And he is out in the cold. 5 of Pentacles being out in the cold. Underneath of it, this is her with the evidence in hand. This would be the president of Mexico. She's got that concrete message in hand. So we have the path forward when it comes to this concrete action, this new thing coming out, and his choice in life. The struggle when it comes to this message and his ideations, what he's going to do with Mexico. We're looking at this promise. He's out in the cold with it. And what's new. So the promise he's out in the cold with when it comes to what's new. Crossing this all is the information, knowledge. Above it again, this path forward, his choices in life that he's going to be struggling with. Okay? And this message coming out, this new drama that he's got going. So what's crossing it all, they're saying he needs to retreat. And I say this is her message coming out. And the knowledge and the message she's bringing out. Next layer, where this is moving to rapid action when it comes to the business at hand. Okay, we've got the past, we've got the Epstein stuff, what's being presented, the lid is off when it comes to the message. Now, I think in this case, this has to do with the past, okay, and the lid is off when it comes to the message. There is the message about action when it comes to the government and the wealth, a wealth of action when it comes to government. She is absolutely going to put out the truth when it comes to the desires and the things where he wants to put this out there, these young men to go in and fight, etc. We've got the new information, walking away, distancing from this marriage, okay? New information, distancing from this marriage or from any sort of contract or anything to do with this too. When it comes to the long term, going forward to something better for the long life of things, shedding light, figuring out the next action when it comes to contracts, letters, etc., seeing what's coming in, and being pushed to the edge when it comes to the future. We have the world wanting to argue and fight at the heart of it. When it comes to judgment, what's being blocked for friendships. She's got the evidence in hand, standing guard with the deeper truth. This is charging forward an agreement when it comes to cuts taking place. The action in hand, she's pondering it, and the doorway to go forward. She is standing guard when it comes to this past happenings, and knows the truth, that's, the dark truth behind everything. And with this new action, the cross to bear that she's got to deal with now, with dealing with Trump's crap. When it comes to America, the history, he's turned his back on it. And so now we have to look to the future, what's being shared. And again, what's being shared when it comes to his dark mindset, what he's trying to get away with, he is facing loss. And those are the conversations at hand. So, yeah. So I think the conversations at hand are not just with the President of Mexico. I think it also has to do with the Senate, what's going on in the country here, with the things that he's doing now. It's raising alarms as to his stability, his mental health, etc., and whether he can continue to be president. I think they are maybe at this point starting to consider more deeply the 25th Amendment, that he is really not mentally capable to be president. He can no longer make decisions. He's going behind the back of the Senate and Congress doing illegal activities, which could prove to be very bad consequences for America. So like I said, every step that he takes, he's cutting his own throat. Okay? And he'll get closer and closer to being taken out of power one way or another. Whether it's through a black ops thing, that somebody takes him out, or whether they take him out because of his mental instability, we'll have to see. But the President of Mexico is not going to put up with this crap, okay? She's not going to put up with it. So on that note, I'll leave that here, and we'll go forward and see if the cards are right or wrong and what's coming up. Like I said, this is always in flux. When I'm reading the energy of this moment. But again, this could change because we have free will. So, but as it stands, that's what I'm getting for this moment in time. So on that note, I'll leave that here, and we'll see you online. Oh my Lord, the drama, all the drama when it comes to this guy.